Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap, and today we are going to decode the descriptive questions that come in the NABARD Grade A examination. When it comes to any examination, and if you hear that okay, descriptive writing is there, a lot of you get afraid, right? And it is understandable. If you have never written a descriptive answer, you become a little bit worrisome that how are you going to tackle it, right? But if you have the understanding that what sort of questions are asked, is it like very analytical questions that are asked in the examination, how are you going to do that, or is the static sort of questions that are asked in the examination? And for that also you should require proper knowledge of the theoretical portion, right? So what type of questions are asked in the examination, these are also very important to understand whenever you are starting off writing descriptive answers, or you are started practicing for it for the examination. So I've come up with the video today so you would have an understanding, and you would have a cross check also if you have already started the preparation, that are you going in the right direction or not. Are you preparing the theoretical content as such that you can target descriptive answer also afterwards on that basis, right? So this is all we are going to do today. What we are going to do, first of all, we are going to look at the previous year questions. Okay, so I've come up with the memory based previous year questions for you all. We are going to look at what sort of questions are asked, why have they been asked in the examination, and then ultimately how can you prepare for such questions. Starting off with the first case. Okay, first let's understand how the static based questions are asked in the examination in the descriptive writing form. And please keep in mind, these all are previous year questions, memory based. Why am I using the term memory based? Because it's an online examination, so as soon as the examination finishes, we contact our students to ask what questions were there. So the questions are these only, maybe the exact words are not used, but the essence of the questions are same only, right? Now if you look at some of the static ARD based previous year questions, and let me tell you, this is for 2023 year and 2022 year, the questions that have been asked. The first question says, what is agroforestry? So a lot of you are dreaded for agriculture section, but this is the most straightforward question I think that can be asked in any examination. Such questions are asked in your graduation or in school, right? There you have been given a chapter, you read the chapter, and then in the examination or unit test you have been asked the straightforward question, right? Similarly, the static portion of your ARD and ESI based descriptive questions will be like such, where the straightforward questions will be asked to you. What is agroforestry? What are its features? Discuss the benefits and challenges, right? And simultaneously please try to understand also that how you have to cover static. So what does it mean? That if you were covering forestry chapter, there you have to be thorough that okay, agroforestry section is there, I should know properly like what is agroforestry, what is the feature, and what are the benefits and challenges. For every section of the theoretical portion you should have good understanding of its do's and don'ts, and that would be part of your syllabus only. It's not like that these benefits and challenges have been randomly asked. No, whenever you read agroforestry, these are the things which are the component of this particular section. Now let's come to the second question. What does this question says? What is extension education? Again, a very straightforward question that have been asked to you, that what is the extension education, and they have directly asked you to tell the methods that are used for the extension education and also its benefit. Again, a straightforward question that have been asked. Now let's look for some ESI also. Next is the question, if you look at it, write a note on Indian demographic dividend and simply the challenges that are involved in utilizing it. Ultimately, if we look at other question, how globalization has benefited Indian economy, this is a compulsory question that was asked in the year 2022 and you had to answer on this particular question, right? Now some of you might be thinking, yeah ma'am, even if you have to study, like how we are going to do that, what are the things that need to be covered and what not to be covered, right? So you just simply have to understand that whatever questions that are asked, first of all, be it static or current affairs, but if we specifically talk about static in this particular case, you need not to worry, everything is part of syllabus. See, these two snippet, these are just the part of the whole syllabus. Please don't think them to be the whole syllabus, okay? In the first category, if you look at it, this particular section, forestry, see, it is part of your syllabus. They have clearly mentioned over there that you should understand the basic concepts of forest and forestry. You should also be aware of under their different components have been mentioned, right? But in the basic concepts of forestry only, you get to know about the agroforestry system. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे पूरा in detail it's been mentioned. They have mentioned that concepts of agroforestry you should be aware of, and in fact they have mentioned concepts of social forestry you should be aware of. And let me tell you, this is also one of the previous year question when directly they have asked that what is social forestry, right? So you're looking at it, these are present in your syllabus, and that is was asked in the examination. Again, if you look at it, the second question of agriculture that we have seen, agriculture extension is part of the syllabus, and here it's been mentioned that under the syllabus for agriculture extension you should know the methods of extension program, and that was asked in the examination. Similarly, if you look at it, what is globalization was asked in the examination, it is part of the syllabus. ठीक है. And for demographic dividend also, ये जो आपके population trend है, population growth and economic development, demographic dividend is a part of this particular section, and from there only the question has been formed. So what do we get to know about it? You need not to worry first of all about the sort of questions that are asked in ARD and ESI. Nothing that much of two analytical things are asked. For static, straightforward questions will be there straight out of your syllabus. Now coming to the current affair based question, first of all you have to keep in mind these also will be part of the syllabus only. ठीक है. And how these questions are asked, whenever anything is in news for any revolutionary reason. ठीक है. For example, if you look at question number 1, find the value of India's score in RBI's financial inclusion. देखो, financial inclusion is a part of your ESI syllabus, financial institutions, and we are talking about poverty elevation, we are talking about social justice, right? So these are all part of your financial inclusion. ठीक है. The question says the value of India's score in RBI financial inclusion has increased in 2023. Regarding this, with this context, discuss the challenges that we have in financial inclusion in India. ठीक है. So here again, why this particular question was there? Because there was news regarding this. देखो आपकी September की it's news, ठीक है, about RBI's financial inclusion index, ठीक है, and what are the data regarding it, right? So from there the question have been formed. What do you get to know it, or how do you have the understanding how to prepare the current affairs based question, or how such questions will be framed? See, anything that caters to the syllabus and is in news can become the part of your descriptive writing. So you should, whenever you are reading current affairs and you're looking at some very revolutionary step has been taken, or some major changes have been observed, or in fact if any scheme or any news it is recurrent in nature, it means it becomes important from examination perspective. ठीक है. अब second question है, अब ये एक ESI का था first, second I've taken of ARD. It says what are the key objectives of National Rural Livelihood Mission and what are the features and components. Again, see, first of all, if you look at the syllabus of ARD, there they have mentioned that rural programs such as NRLM, Manrega, these are important from examination perspective. Apart from that, देखो जो NRLM scheme है ना, this National Rural Livelihood Mission, it's a very important scheme. It is flagship scheme under Ministry of Rural Development, and if you look on the news every time, like it's pretty much in news. ठीक है. So this particular question it came in 2022 cycle. However, if you look at it, the particular scheme was in news for reasons. ठीक है. So for schemes we anyway know that for NABARD grade examination are very important, but the ones which are recurrent in news. One of the previous year question is on Matsya Sampada Yojana. It's twice to thrice in news in a month minimum, right? So such things you have to cover. So what we have understood by now, for static, you need to focus on the syllabus and you have to thoroughly do it. If you do it, the static is pretty much easy to do. In fact, much of the questions are from static only, and comparatively if you look in the examination. Coming to how to prepare the current affair based question beforehand, for that you needs to be thorough with current affairs, and whatever caters to your syllabus, if it is in news, it has chances of being asked in examination. So now when we have looked for ARD and ESI, let's understand for English descriptive also, right? So for ESI and ARD, we know that there is a certain syllabus that we have, but what sort of questions are asked in descriptive writing, that we need to understand. ठीक है. देखो, majorly in your question, if you look at it, your descriptive English, it will be the syllabus, it will cater the syllabus of ESI and ARD only. However, in the recent one, these are the example of 2023 cycle, a little bit of modification has been observed, that like the sort of questions now they are asking, but still out of the 4 questions that will be asked to you, the at least half, as you can see in the picture also, in this slide also, this and this question, it caters to the syllabus only. So you need not to worry if you are, if you have limited time, or if you feel like you want to limitedly prepare affair for each section of the examination, then I would say even for English, if you stick to the ESI and ARD syllabus, then also you would have good opportunity out of the 4 options that are being provided to you to choose one of the option, because it will be directly from ESI and ARD syllabus. What sort of questions are asked, let's understand. Okay, and here also it's the same thing, that current affair, like anything that is in current affair, hot news that is related to ARD can be asked in examination. अब देखो for example how biotechnology and agriculture complement how technology and agriculture complement each other, right? Now if you read news, you know about sustainable agriculture. We are focusing a lot of sustainable agriculture, right? We are introducing new technologies so that the efficiency can be increased in agriculture. We are talking about precision agriculture, right? We are talking about biotechnology getting incorporated in agriculture. These are day-to-day news that you must have heard of around yourself, right? So that is what the question is asking you about, right? Again, I would say stick to ESI and ARD syllabus and read more and more current affairs, and whatever you feels like is touching to your ESI and ARD thing, just read it. You will be able to answer the questions that are asked in English descriptive answer writing, right? Next question, detrimental effects of social media on intimate social relationship and mental health. Again, I do understand this is not directly part of your ESI and ARD syllabus, but if you look at it in a perspective, this is not a very much like unheard question that you have heard, right? That you have looked at. Such questions are always discussed in society, are part of your general news also, right? And that is what has been asked. How cooperative societies are transforming rural India. Again, this particular sector, it touches to your ARD part, and if you look at it, the news of 2023, Parliament, they passed the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill in 2023, right? So anything, it's not something random things that have been asked that you must be thinking, oh, cooperative society is part of ARD, but it's a very random thing that they have asked. No, nothing is random. If you are vigilant, if you are alert with the news that you are studying, you will be able to understand why the question have been asked, and you will be in fact able to incorporate the current development that has happened under the topic that have been asked to you. ठीक है. Next is discuss the importance of work-life balance and why is it necessary. ठीक है. Again, it's something that you can relate to day-to-day life, but even though if you feel like you don't want to get into that, again, out of the 4 question, at least one question will be straightforward from ESI and ARD. Well, there are more than one question, but at least one you will find, so you don't have to freak out that how you're going to tackle such random question. For example, social media or work-life balance, you can skip them if you want so. Okay, if you're not comfortable in that, you would have other options also from where you can do so, right? Up coming to the question, how to prepare. Again, I've already discussed that, but let me just highlight it again. First of all, whenever you are covering the static portion, be thorough with it. Okay, whatever you are covering, be thorough with it. For example, if you have read social forestry, which is part of the syllabus, then be thorough with its advantages, disadvantages, right? Features, what are these, everything cover about that. If you're doing any, for example, if you're studying farming system in India, okay, farming system in India, this is part of your syllabus, then whenever you're doing, just remember the name, like what are the pointers that you have understood under farming system in India, so that the question, if direct question comes that what are the different farming systems that are followed in India, you are thorough with those points, right? Coming to the current affair portion, have thorough analysis. See, whenever you are reading current affairs, you would understand that okay, some schemes or some news, they are recurrent in nature, right? Or something revolutionary has happened. So go for 10 to 12 topics, to choose 10 to 12 topics in ARD and 10 to 12 topics in ESI, which are completely different from each other, right? For example, in ARD, you can choose one topic, blue economy, right? Because government is focusing a lot on the underwater resources that we have, okay? So that comes under your blue economy. Blue means, like for water, we use the term blue revolution, right? For your aquaculture. So here, blue economy mein we are focusing on sustainably utilizing the resources, right? So you can choose this one topic. I'm just giving you example, right? The examples which are in news and can be used as one of the topics, okay? So whenever you will be reading current affair, you would have an idea. For example, I tell you, one year there was a news on the IVF that has happened in first buffalo. Bunny buffalo was formed out of that. So there was a question on IVF and animal breeding being in one of the years of NABARD Grade A cycle. Okay? So this you need to understand. Anything very different has been achieved under the section or any scheme that is recurrent in news can be asked. अब जैसे blue economy आपका एक topic बना दिया. One topic you can make organic farming. One topic you can make like sustainable agriculture, right? One topic you can make what can be another different topic from all these cooperative societies, right? So these are the different topics that you can choose for ARD. Similarly for ESI, prepare fodder content for it, search for more and more data, add on to it, and all these things are definitely going to help you in the main examination, right? So that is all in this particular video. But before ending the session, I also want to show you the new feature that we have come up with on our website edutap.co.in. Here in this free material portion, if you go and if you reach out to the blog portion, here you would find that category wise we have given blogs for the important examinations. For example, if I open NABARD Grade A examination, so see here the strategy, the preparation strategy, important topics, how to start, and everything we have provided in the blog form. Okay, so NABARD mein you can find, like for example, you can find the success story category, right? So that you can understand what the toppers did and those mistakes, you know, you can avoid, and the things that they followed which help them to clear examination, the same you can do so, right? So how to prepare for the different strategies we have provided. Okay, you can check for other examination also, or if you want to explore these blogs topic wise, that also option you have. For example, if you want to read the blogs on exam information, on job profile, strategy, courses, or the success stories, that also you can do, right? So thank you everybody for watching the session. If you want me to cover any such strategy topic, please let me know, and I wish you all the very best for examination. Thank you.